Hey, everybody. Remember us? Yeah, it's your old pal, John Domingo. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little story about a man named Jeb. Poor mountain dude, barely kept his family fed. Every once in a while, people make mistakes. That's why they put erasers on pencils. And I made a mistake. Somehow, I either deleted or lost the audio for this episode. But here's the thing. We always have a backup. Like if you're going into turn one at Daytona and you take it in a little too hard, the next thing you know, you're into the wall and you got to go to your backup car. Well, this audio is our backup car. It's not as good as the regular car, but it ain't bad either. It's going to get the job done. And to be quite honest with you, our backup audio is a lot better than most shows' regular audio. That being said, this is a good episode. Got a chance to go in there and clean some of the stuff up, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, Jody.
Play my fucking music.
What the fuck are we doing? We're the rubberneckers. We ain't got massive packers. We watch the world burn. Ain't nobody ever learned. Donut. Fun. We're the rubberneckers. We ain't the home wreckers. We like to rant a lot. Got a little mix for as a mascot. Donut. Fun.
I'll be a good little.
Welcome in to another episode of Rubberneckers. I am one of your co-hosts, John Domingo, and alongside me, my co-host, Jody B. What's going on, Jody?
Not much. How are you?
I'm just coming out of my stupor sleep.
Your fucking slumber you had before the show?
Yeah, my slumber I had before the show.
Jesus Christ. The bear had to go hibernate for a little bit. Did you scratch your butt on a corner post somewhere before you did that?
No, but I got a phone call like 10 minutes early. I'm like, oh, they woke me up. I could have got 10 minutes sleep. I need every one of those 10 minutes to get down here. And I still, I got to tell you, I don't know if it's my age or just what I keep forgetting stuff. Like you had a new song and you sent it to me. And for the life of me, I can't find it now.
Oh, no.
I don't know where you sent it to me at. How did you send it to me? Do you remember?
I shared it in the Discord.
I got it.
You got it, buddy.
We're in too many places. That's the problem.
I can give the skinny on what happened if you'd like.
Yeah, you give the skinny on what happened, and I'll do my best to drag this thing in so we can.
I am an avid listener of the Who's Right podcast. I love Doug and Anthony. I've been fans for a very long time. So on a recent episode, they mentioned that I guess a listener, you'd call him, a member of the Who's Right Patreon group, whatever, had sent in a song. Now, I don't know if they paid for it or whatever. Like we obviously.
What the fuck?
Whoops.
That's not that one. So I reached out to the guy. I really liked it. I said, this sounds really good. It sounds professional. Like I even told you, I said, I think it might be better than my daddy Dave just because it sounded professional to me. And I'm not saying Dave's not professional, but you know what I'm talking about. You can hear the difference in the bass tones and stuff where somebody's using like professional fucking equipment. And so I hit him up. I said, hey, I really like that. Would you mind making a song for us? And he said, who is you? Who are you all? And I said, I'm with Rubberneckers. He goes, oh, shit. Do you know John Domingo? I said, yeah, I know John Domingo. He's my co-host. I'm Jody B. He goes, no shit. I've heard you on so many podcasts. Like, buddy, my ego started purring at that point. I was like, okay. Hey, what's up, fella? And anyway, he said, I would love to make a song. I sent him some drops just to kind of work through and see if he could find the best I said, listen, I don't want to tell you how to do your fucking job. I just want a little ditty to play at the beginning of the show. And here's a couple drops, pick from there, whatever moves you to create. So this is what he come up with, John.
I got a chafe on my shaft now because I've been beating off all goddamn day.
That's the only part I understand. Like, what is the first part? It's like, I suck dick. Is that it?
It's my favorite drop. And what's funny is I didn't even tell him that. I literally sent him 12 fucking drops, different ones of you and me saying weird shit that we've cut up and had along the way. Yeah. And he just so happened to pick my favorite drop, which is you saying I suck dick till I hit that giggly thing in the back of my throat.
That's the one he got, huh?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Yeah, I like it.
So it's the start of a beautiful friendship. I said, I love your work, never change. And if you get motivated or inspired by anything you happen to hear, please send it to me because I dig his style, man. That's Leafy, I think. If you want to contact him for music, hit me up. I'll give you his email address.
All right, you got to give me his email address so I can put it in the show notes. Is he allowed? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, he said that's fine. It's a business account thing.
Yeah, we should put it in the show notes so we can give him, a shout out per se,
A plug, if you will. Promotions for all 15 of the motherfuckers that are going to hear this show.
Okay. All right. Nick, calm down. If we're going to talk about the whole Daily Wire and Steven Crowder thing, it's going to be later because
you got to walk me through that one because I don't know
I'll walk
that.
you through that later.
That'd be like talking about hockey, John.
I'm telling you, Nick and I are on opposite sides of this, and I can't believe first of all, I can't believe we're on opposite sides of this. And second of all, I can't believe he's even taking that side. But
oh shit.
We will get
hey, Nick, stay in the chat tonight. I got a few things that I want to get your opinion on.
There we go. All right. First thing first.
Yeah.
Boner check.
Boner check. I'm good right now. It's just your face that I'm looking at. So
okay. Well, you've got a story in here. What do we do with the boner check? Let me double check. Let me just look at what we're talking about. Boner check.
I think it said Jamingo's Dream Girl in the subtitles.
Did it? Oh, I see what boner check is. Okay. Hold on. Let me get to Jesus.
I'm always on the lookout for chicks for you to check out, John. I know your type.
Well, you know something? You don't know. You don't have my type. That's the problem. You do not have my type. So this is what Jody's. This is what he thinks
you wouldn't, John. Before you finish your fucking sentence, you're telling me you would not lick the jelly off that roll.
No.
Oh,
you do it. All right, here she is.
She's all out of whipped cream, John.
She used the whole can.
You know what she needs? She needs some whipped fucking cream from the tap. Geesh.
See, so here's my problem with this whole thing, and I'm going to run this back because it's a shorty clip.
What a belly. Look at her. She doesn't even look that big. You know what I mean? Like she looks like she gained 300 pounds in the last 10 days.
It's just, she's got, if I'm going to do it for the audio podcast, this is one fat chick, and she's got a huge extended belly. Kind of like back in the day when you used to see the young African kids with the flies all over them, that extended belly from
but definitely a fat belly. It's not just that. Like that's ho-hos and shit in there.
Yeah, and she's got whipped cream. Like she took her belly and made like a sundae topping with whipped cream.
I think that was a pancake.
Whatever it was. And she's got it all over her face. And to me, that kind of gluttony, I do not find attractive. And please, people, listen, fat people, stop. They've got enough ammunition on us. Stop giving them fucking more with this shit.
You're looking like having a pancake sundae on your belly ass, bitch.
Yeah, what is it with you people? All right.
At least use a plate. If you're going to eat off your belly, at least be like a man and put your shit on a bowl and put it on your belly. Don't just dump the whole shit on your tummy.
Here's the thing. Back in the day, the first of the year, people would go to the gym and there'd be a lot of fat, overweight, morbidly obese people going to the gym. And you know what they used to get? They used to get a lot of encouragement. People would say, hey, man, glad to see you're here. If you need anything, you need a spot, you need some help or something like that, I'm here for you. I'll help you out. And that's fantastic.
Yeah. By January the 13th.
Yeah, they're exhausted. Yeah, they're done. They're sitting home with a thing of whipped cream on their belly with a cookie. I get that. But now these ignorant motherfuckers, these fat people go to the gym, and what do? They start taking videos of them and putting it on their social media, where you see these fat people trying to work out, trying to get healthy or whatever. And these ignorant motherfuckers are in there videotaping them and shaming them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the right thing.
Shame them. Yeah. So they lose weight. Like, look at you, fat piece of shit. Run more.
If you see them outside, if you see a morbidly obese person outside, in a restaurant eating a fucking pizza by themselves with a big giant soda, okay. All right. But if you see them either out walking, trying to get exercise, or in a gym trying to work out, leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, just know they don't really want to be there.
Whether they want to, who wants to be in the fucking gym?
Nobody. That's my point.
Exactly.
Like, if nobody wants to be there at all, the fat people definitely don't want to fucking be there.
Right. I mean, they're in there and they're trying to work out. I mean, listen, there was a time, I don't know, 4 years ago, where I had went I was going to the gym. There was a pool. I was going to swim, and I had lost about 100 pounds.
That's what I would do if you're a really big person, with all due respect, go swimming. Yeah. Go to your local fucking place to swim. Now, listen, there might be some little kids that are going to make fun of you, and you might displace the water about 3 inches when you get your big ass in there. But swimming helps move around. It helps mobility, helps your knees. You fucking get your heart going without dying. And the good news is you'll probably float if you pass out.
It's easier on your joints and all that. And listen, little kids are little kids. I'll tell you a story about one time I'm in a supermarket and I'm waiting behind
What's that, Daddy? I've never seen a whale with legs.
All right, don't get ahead of me. I'm sitting there because the kid was funnier than you, to be quite honest with you. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and there's this lady, and she's got like a 3-year-old in there, maybe 4. He's in the cart. He's in the basket.
Sure.
And he's staring me up and down. He's eyeing me out. I said, this motherfucker, this little bastard's going to say something.
Got some shit on his mind.
He got some shit on his mind. He's going to let me know that. So he sits there and he points right at me and he goes, that's the fattest guy I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep.
Just like that. The mother is humiliated. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, ma'am, don't worry about it.
I get it all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, I said,
I scare kids in every supermarket.
I just said to her, I said, I don't know. Maybe I am the fattest guy this guy's ever seen. I don't know. Well, I know.
2 things that don't lie: scales and little kids.
Oh, bullshit. Right quick. I've had little kids. You got little kids. Them motherfuckers lie their ass off when they're in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. But when they're telling the truth, they don't lie. It's the worst.
Yeah. Leave them alone. Leave the fatties alone when they're in the gym.
I feel bad for fat people in general. I might have said this on the show before, but it sucks being a fatty. Like if you've literally been working busting your ass all day, if you sit down anywhere to take a break, people just look at you like, look at this fucking Jabba the Hutt motherfucker sitting out here on this bench.
Yeah.
You didn't know he walked all the way there from fucking his apartment 3 blocks down. Like that's a feat. But
yesterday I had to go somewhere. This is how bad it is, Jody. And not only that, when you get older, shit starts to. So yesterday I have to go somewhere. So I go to get in my truck. So I open up the door.
Uh-huh.
I take my leg and I swing it up into the truck. I got a Dodge truck. It's pretty high. Yeah. So I lift that, throw that leg up there. And when I did, don't you know, I pulled a fucking hamstring.
Oh, fuck.
My standing leg.
You're supposed to stretch before you get into the truck, John.
Who stretches before they get in a fucking vehicle?
You do now, it sounds like.
Threw my foot up there. And I was like, I felt it like the tear. You could feel the tear. I'm like, oh, yeah. I hop in there and all. And it's not that bad, but I'm paying for it today. Today, it's a little tough.
You need to go get your truck lowered like one of the Mexican kids. Take it to a chop shop and get that shit dropped. You won't have to lift your leg up ever again.
Piccolo says there's a bad leg. Well, there is now.
Is there a good leg?
Is there a good leg? So anyhow, yeah.
Jesus.
Leave the fatties alone.
Yeah. I get it, man. Maybe one day I'll try to go for the record. I'm at that point in my life where it's like I'm manageably fat, I guess. At some point, I'm either going to have to stop or I'm just going to have to keep going hard, step on the gas.
Here's the problem. I go back to pictures when I was your age, and I go, holy shit, I thought I was fat back then. I would kill.
It's like looking into a mirror, John Jimmy.
I would kill to be that fat now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't feel bad for fatty people, but I also don't feel good for them. I'm just like, all right, have a nice day. I don't judge. I hate most people equally.
All right. And look, you pieces of shit in the chat. I'm over here trying to entertain you, and you're in the chat making fun of me.
Yeah, what is it? Edward says, try not eating. He's not eating right now, and I'm actually surprised. You don't have any Cheez-Its or anything? You got snacks? No. You got snacks in your vicinity. Don't you lie to me, you son of a bitch. You got chips or candy? Let me see it. What is it? Cereal bar. That's not bad. Okay, look at you watching your fiber, making sure you can poop okay.
Happy Belly cereal bars, strawberry. You get them from Amazon.
Oh yeah,
bars. It's not bad. But I put them down here for like when I come down here and I work. I have breakfast down here.
I'm not here to fucking judge you, John.
Here we go.
I bust your balls a little. Yeah, that's the devil. I drink Coca-Cola.
What am I going to put down here? A fucking deviled egg?
Yeah,
it's got to stay.
Make water taste better.
Then we have this.
What you got? Pork rinds? Oh, pretzels. You need pork rinds. Pork rinds are good. They're low. Oh, that one's empty. Looks like you need to re-up on them pretzels there, kid.
Got to re-up on the pretzels.
You got you a new piggy bank.
So,
pork rinds are good. Have you ever had the fresh ones, like the ones you can pop in the microwave? That's pretty awesome. If you like pork rinds at all, like that's the best way to have them. They're hot. You get them out of microwave. You can get them hot and spicy. They go really good with beer.
The problem with pork rinds is those fucking things that they turn into like a paste, and you can almost choke on the fucking thing.
No, not when they're fresh. You're talking about them old bags sitting on the shelf ass motherfuckers. Like these things you put on the microwave. Pork rinds are basically just bacon bits. And when you microwave them, they swell up, and then like popcorn, they don't pop, but they swell up, and then you take them out and let them dry out for a minute, and then they're hot and crunchy fucking pork rinds. They're the shit.
I've tried.
There's no carbs in there. That's good for you.
Yeah, but I'm just sitting here, and like I said, you're trying to do some work, and every once in a while, instead of trying, it could be worse. I guess I don't know.
Somebody might pay you money to eat pork rinds into a microphone. You don't know. You should become a gainer. That'd be fun. Just see how many pork rinds you can eat in an hour, and see if people will pay you money to keep eating pork rinds.
I don't know. I really, like I said, you'd be surprised the amount of food that I eat in a day. You probably eat way more. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I understand. At a point, it just doesn't come off the same. Look.
Oh no.
So I'm sorry for offending you with the fat lady up front.
No,
what was the next thing on the Trello board? I don't even have my.
Oh, we're going to your this week's boner, and I don't even know what to do with this thing here because you put screenshots up in here. Do you want?
So here's what I need you to do for me, John. I'm going to explain it as we go, and we'll have to clean it up a little bit. Okay. Right. So in this week's boner, there's a picture to the far right of a young lady kind of sprawled out across the bed. I'm going to go from right to left with my pictures, and then we'll go to
there with you. You're going to do it, or
I was trying to give some direction. I don't have them; they're on my phone.
All right, no, I got it. I'll get it for you.
That's right. So it's 3 pictures and then 2 clips, right? Isn't that what's in the Trello? Then?
I didn't see any clips. All I saw was the pictures.
Yeah, there's 3 pictures, and there's one thing that says the last straw, and then there's one that says the bio. That's not anything special. We can just open that.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Here's your first. This one says tweet your reply, and I don't even know how. And listen, it's blurred out so we don't get kicked off.
I did work. So this is that's okay. Go the other direction. That's going to be the last picture.
Oh, you're killing me.
No, buddy, I'm cool.
Can
you read? Can you click on that and get the?
Hold on. Just give me a second. Is the first picture the one with her sitting in her graduation suit?
No, it's the one at the bottom. That's the first picture.
Okay. Gotcha there. All right, here we go.
Okay. Now it's all blurred out. So I want you to see. Now, this is the kind of shit people send me. This is what I got at 8:00 this morning from a mutual friend of ours who I happen to be in a chat group with where we just sometimes look at pussy, right?
What?
Yeah.
You can't dime them out?
No, I don't want to do that because I don't think this person realized what they were getting into. So anyway, this is the picture that's posted up. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, this is a petite redhead woman with thigh and calf tattoos.
Yes.
Bent over a chair, spreading her shit apart, kind of. It's a great picture. Like when I saw the picture, I go, that's okay. I like that. So I said, hey, thanks, buddy, for the person who sent it. I said, I appreciate that. Then I read the caption. What does it say, John?
I finally got my cousin to take a picture of me. And no, idiots, taking a picture of me doesn't count as incest. He's uncomfortable, but he really needed the money, so I paid him $500. He's recovering from cancer, and medical bills are killing him. Mm-hmm. I call bullshit on this thing already.
So it's probably not real, right, John? Like that's just some made up shit. Because one of the dudes said, "That's weird. Why would they?" Well, he said, "Hey man, that's fucking crazy, dog. Why the fuck they gonna put that shit on there? Who asked that question? You know."
Well, not only that, but who pays $500
right
to get that picture taken?
So here's what happened, John.
Well,
I go down
Look,
I go down rabbit holes when people send me porno chicks and they're not just robo bitches. Like I'll go down the rabbit hole. I want to see stuff.
Right.
So this was my first picture. I go, let me check the feed. So the next one is show me the graduation picture, John. Mm-hmm. The next one is this, and there's a couple other ones in there. It's her in panties and stuff like she dresses up into cosplay and whatnot, stuff like that. Oh, you're getting in trouble.
No, I'm just.
We're gonna get through this.
I gotta put my phone in airplane mode because.
That's cool. I'll talk. So this gal says one last thing. Stop saying I'm not a scientist. I graduated from the University of Nevada as an environmental scientist. I am the real deal, and that's why I don't care about y'all's negative opinion. IQ wise, you all are cavemen compared to me. Ooh. Okay. Same. Look at the tattoos. That's the same gal in her cap and gown.
The same gal, yeah, in her cap and gown with her smiling. And
Sigma cum loudly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a 1 pi of theta.
So I'm looking through the feed and I go, okay. And then I start kind of getting into weird pictures, just pictures of her like dildoing herself and stuff like that.
As your environmental scientists tend to do.
Right. I'm like, okay, she's cool. And then I hit this next picture. The one above that. Yeah, that one right there. So what we have here is a gal laying on her back with her legs up, and this is one of my favorite views of Lagrange, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I believe this is the way the pussy was intended to be looked at.
Okay.
And anyway, what does that caption say, John?
The OG position girls use when being licked. Every girl will confirm this.
Now that seemed normal to me.
It did?
Yeah, I mean, chicks like to get eat out from that position. Sure.
They do?
I guess. I've never had anybody complain. But the dog emoji was weird, right?
Oh, I think she meant cat. I think she thought that was a cat.
Right. So maybe I whatever. Okay, look at her. And then I get to the clip underneath these three that says the last straw. I don't know if you see that.
You see if I can get to the last straw. See the screenshot? I think, here it is. Now, I don't know if we're going to, let me see what that looks like.
The sound doesn't matter. It's the video. I can explain it.
All right, hang on. I got to, Jesus, good Lord. Edward's there. Ain't no way you ain't getting banned for this.
I blurred everything out. Edward, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Shut your filthy mouth.
What I don't know if I told you this. This lady has 810,000 followers on Twitter.
She does. All right, hang on a second before I get into that.
She is.
No.
Oh, yeah, you got to play that.
Hold on. Hang on. I got to log into Twitter because Twitter's like, oh, no, you can't play that.
Oh, fuck, John.
Unless.
Do you remember your password? Did you forget?
Hang on. I got to make sure I get the one where I can. Let's see.
We can cut all this out. Meanwhile,
back in the.
Hey, guys in the chat, anybody has to be listening. What's one of the worst stereotypes that you hear about white people? Like when you hear black people make fun of white people or anybody trying to throw out jabs, what's like the top couple? Because this one actually ranks high for me. I've heard it a lot. I'll wait.
Let's see if she comes in. Okay. All right. Oh, no.
So, John, if you would please, I'd like to share the video. I'm sad that you saw it beforehand, so you would understand my sadness when I came across this video.
All right, you got to give me 2 seconds because I don't want this as a video.
There's nothing.
I'm going to show you how fast I can do some shit here. As I can produce on the fly.
Oh, good job, dude. So yeah, some of the other topic, we don't season our food enough. We fuck our cousins. We ain't got no typhus. There's all kinds of shit that people say about white people, but one that I hear a lot is that we fuck dogs, right?
I said that earlier.
I've heard that before. I don't know if it's like across the board's an insulting thing to say, but I've heard it enough to know that's like a consensus that, white people, y'all dog fucking motherfuckers. That's
right. Okay. I have it here. Hang on. Let me bring it up.
I'm pretty sure that this gal is on like PETA's top 10 most wanted list, John. And then I had questions for the person that sent it to me because I was just like, hey, man, how long have you been subscribed to this channel or whatever, Here we go. Everybody brace yourself. What we have here is a picture of this gal. And I'm going to say like conservatively a 14-year-old bulldog.
Oh, it's old.
He ain't got no teeth, so his tongue hangs out.
Oh, come on. Come on. She's sucking on a dog's tongue.
She sucked that dog's tongue up like a limp dick in her mouth.
Oh, so what's wrong with you people?
John, turns out this gal in particular is notorious. She is a trans canine, bestiality advocate. Right. She fucks dogs, or dogs fuck her, I guess, if you really want to get scientific about it. She's had an OnlyFans account. Listen, there's another link there that says the bio. She's got a whole ass page dedicated to all the shenanigans that she's gotten into. And I was blown away. I was like, well, this is a thing? And nobody said anything? This is on Twitter. She has a Twitter account. And you go through and you look at this, and every innuendo or every fucking picture of her with the dog says, I'm dog sitting tonight. And I'm like, what does that mean? You sitting on the dog's face? Like, what are we doing here?
All right. So who's not fairy?
Naughty Fairy with a K.
Naughty Fairy.
So I thought it was a play on words like naughty, but she used a K, right?
Right.
Dogs' dicks have knots in them. She's naughty.
Gotcha. Oh. She doesn't have a boyfriend. Imagine that. She's worth $200,000. She was born in the U.S. Born in the USA.
We breed them.
Naughty Fairy is the first trans canine woman, social media personality, model, Instagram influencer, and OnlyFans star. Being a social media influencer, she earns money by promoting various products on her Instagram and also through her other social media handles. On her Twitter account, she has more than 184,000.
You know what? I said 800,000. Maybe that's what I meant. 180,000. I knew there was an 8 in there, so my bad.
She has received numerous content warnings from microblogging platform. Apart from being an Instagram star, she's also appeared on other platforms such as Snapchat,
Hello.
Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and OnlyFans. Talking about her education, she attended a private high school, and she doesn't hold any graduation degree.
There's not a lot else to get into her, John. She fucks dogs, and she's made a lot of money doing it.
She's an attractive woman.
And that right? Like, listen, I grew up in the LimeWire fucking porno days, and I'm a sick bitch. So I've seen probably more bestiality porno stuff than you could possibly imagine. Like, we grew up with the horse videos and stuff like that generation. Sometimes you get it by accident. You go, that doesn't happen in real life. Then you get drunk with your buddies and you go, hey, watch this chick fuck this dog. It's pretty crazy that she's out there fucking doing all this kind of work and she hasn't been canceled all the way yet. People love dogs. Like,
I get it.
It's very interesting.
No,
listen, you said so yourself on your show earlier today. If I have to quote John Domingo, what was that shit you said?
Hang on, I got it. Where did I put it? Here it was. This was on the Boomer Bunker last night. I'll be honest with you. I don't even give a shit if you fucking dog, to be quite honest with you. It's true. I don't care. In the privacy of your own home. Don't put that shit out on the internet.
There's going to be some fucking weirdo that wants to watch it. I guess if they're going to pay money, then why deprave them of that, huh?
Oh, here's the thing. So I got to stop saying that. I got to stop saying here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Just cut them out.
You look, and she's only worth 200,000. Not a whole lot of people.
She's probably worth more than that, John. That was
not a whole. Yeah, I was going to say I don't know a whole lot of people that would want to watch that.
But do you know that for sure, John?
No, I don't. Well, listen, again, there's all kinds of freaky people.
Sure.
But
God. I probably wouldn't watch a lot of it, but if it was in a Twitter thing, it would take me a moment to realize what was going on. Her tongue, listen, if she was sucking a dog's dick, I would actually probably watch it longer than her sucking that dog's tongue into her mouth. Like, that was the most disgusting thing.
Wait a minute.
No.
Watch her. You would watch her?
What I said is in comparison. She's a hot chick. Yeah, I would probably check it out. So what I'm saying is I would probably watch her blow a dog before I watched her tongue kiss one. Like, that shit made me ill. I posted a GIF back that was just Dwight screaming from The Office. She sucked that whole dog's tongue in her mouth. Like, that dog licks his butthole and every other little crumb.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to throw up. You're going to make me throw up.
I hate dog shit, John Domingo. It's one of my top 3 most hated things in the world. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like it squishing under my shoes. Dog shit makes me angry, and just the idea of somebody just not only letting them but sucking it up like a Paschetti noodle. Just,
I mean, she sucked it right into her mouth. It's like,
oof. It made me lurch. It like I had a smelling salts reaction when I saw that. I go, oh my fucking God!
I'm going to throw up. I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
It makes for good radio.
All right, so here we go.
Oh, here's what happens when the owner's actually male, I think.
Dog shoots and kills his owner, 32, Kansas authorities say.
When it's not a hot chick.
30-year-old man dies in Kansas on Saturday doing an accidental discharge of a rifle caused by when the dog stepped on it in a truck parked on East 80th Street.
Oh, hilarious.
The victim, who was found in the front passenger seat, was pronounced dead at the scene after receiving CPR from the dog. No, I'm just kidding. From emergency medical personnel. The driver of the truck was unharmed. An investigation is ongoing, but it is believed to be a hunting-related accident, and the identity of the victim and the owner of the truck and the dog have not yet been released.
Was Alec Baldwin driving the truck?
Maybe. No, it was Alec Baldwin's dog. Okay. So I thought about this earlier.
Yes. It's a great story to tell the cops when you shoot your buddy through the fucking truck window, huh?
Well, I would imagine it had to come through okay, so let's just think about this. So the dog's in the back seat with a loaded rifle.
Yep.
These 2 knuckleheads are out hunting. So the dog's just run around or something, and somehow the gun goes off.
Sure.
So it had to be loaded, cocked, or whatever. No safety.
Dogs have toenails. Like, you should secure your dog, number one. That's why they made gun racks. Did you not know that fucking back in 1827, Jesus invented gun racks so you could hang your guns up and not get shot through the door?
I thought it was because they could just jump out, grab it from and shoot the deer across the road, real easy.
It's also a real good move. Sure. But it's just a dumb dickhead fucking move. Like, don't put your gun in the back seat with your dog. That's dangerous for the dog.
Okay.
He's being a knucklehead, like you said.
Yeah. So my thing is, and I think what happened, I chalk this all up to people do not, they don't hunt enough. They don't hunt enough with older people that grew up with gun safety. Back in the day, everybody hunted. Your grandfather hunted, your father hunted, your uncles hunted, your cousins hunted. And I don't know about you, but for me, safety was always preached, preached.
Well, sometimes you still end up getting shot, even though you're told about it constantly. But yeah, 100%. I grew up in a hunting family and went to all the classes and got my little orange card and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but now there's a lot of people that don't hunt anymore. So then someone wants to hunt, so they go with their buddies. They're old enough, they go take a test, and they haven't had that safety issue drilled into their head.
Yeah.
This is what we get. Now, I say that to say this, that usually on the first day of Pennsylvania deer season, there's at least 5 to 10 stories of where a hunter shot at a deer, missed, and killed somebody in a deer stand about a half a mile away.
I don't know, man. Maybe the dog meant to do it. The guy could have been an asshole.
Here's something I didn't know. I was never taught this, but up in Maine, where they're not, where this is a way of life.
Bunch of maniacs.
Yeah, Nick says that they were taught gun safety back in school, so that's kind of cool.
Bring your guns to school, kids.
Dude, when I was, I started driving my junior year. So I drove my junior year and then my senior year, and we used to get up in the morning. From October until December, duck season was over, duck and goose season. We used to go duck hunting, camouflage.
You just park your car out in the parking lot with a shotgun in the back.
Shotgun in the trunk. Yeah, take off your camouflage, throw it in the back seat. And then I remember I had got a new semi-automatic shotgun for Christmas. I was telling one of the teachers, he came out to my car to go look at it. So open up the trunk, pull it out. He's looking at it. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Real well balanced. He did that today. There'd be SWAT. SWAT would be in the parking lot.
You just blew my mind a little bit. Like, that's 100%. I've seen people do bows, like bring their little hunting bow or whatever in the thing, but I've never seen anybody that fucking stupid to bring a gun in the gun rack.
It wasn't everybody did it. It wasn't a big deal. No one ever, when I went to school, no one ever thought about bringing a gun in and shooting people. No one ever thought about it.
I didn't know we could fucking do that. We could do that.
Well, first of all, who would do that? Back in the day, you used to get into fist fights. That's all.
True too, I guess. Yeah.
I have Anthony Cumia's book I forget what it's called, but I have the audio book where he reads it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to elementary school with Boomer Esiason. Now, Boomer Esiason, if you don't know, was a quarterback from the he was from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
He won a Super Bowl. And right now he's he's a sports announcer. He does sports radio. Well, he went to elementary school with Anthony Cumia. And the reason you call him Boomer is because his first name was Norman. And if you called him Norman, he'd beat your ass because he was a bull. Shit. So Anthony sees him coming from around the corner. He goes, Norman. And then, Norman's looking around. He don't see him. And then one of Boomer's friends saw Anthony do that. So Boomer Esiason beat up Anthony Cumia one day after school in the parking lot.
Yeah, he probably deserved it.
So
that's funny. So yeah, man, in wrapping up the lady with the dog sex, I don't know. I don't want to kink shame people usually. I think that if you're ugly, you probably shouldn't put videos of you fucking dogs on the internet. But I don't know. Like, I try to find the silver lining and everything. So I thought, like, what is the conventional means for this? Like, in your mind, what would be acceptable? And I think with all these pit bulls they got, like biting kids' heads off and stuff, maybe this lady should just travel around and suck off pit bulls. Just work out some of the aggression and all the stuff with them and just provide a service with her fucking weird kinks.
Yeah, okay. I'll fine. Try to make pit bulls great again. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm saying, I think.
All right. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Here's the premise. I married my cousin who is twice my age, but I'm not a gold digger. All right. So I'm going to scroll down to the picture.
Uh-huh.
Here she is. She's 30 years old.
She's okay.
She goes to a family reunion. She meets her second cousin, who's 59. So just about double the age.
She looks like a classic Kardashian.
Right. They hit it off.
Sure they did.
They talk. They go out on a couple dates within 4 weeks, I think it is. Well, I'll get into the story. And this is the gentleman. So
she looks way different in that picture.
Doesn't she?
Wow. Okay.
Well, apparently
she lost about 20 pounds.
Yeah, apparently she's like an OnlyFans kind of model because see, there they are. It's the
employee.
wedding.
Don't call them a star or a model. They're OnlyFans employees.
Okay. And then there he is helping her get her costume on so she can take some naughty pictures.
Just making porn, man.
So what's worse? Is it the age difference or is it that she married her second cousin?
The age difference isn't weird at all. It's the second cousin. Like, John, I kind of get it. Like, I'm not mad at this lady. It's bad optics. That's the only problem is, people are going to talk about you fucking marrying your rich first cousin.
Well, okay. You can see the family resemblance.
Yeah, they got the same nose. They got the same mouth. Oh, wow. But she's a porno gal. He's not busting inside her. That's going all on the titties. She knows better.
Yeah. It was love at first sight. The stunning model stunning. Let's see.
Easy.
Yeah, right.
Settle down, guys.
Yes, take a seat. Who started making a living off of saucy snaps on an adult platform in 2021. Says her husband is supportive of her career and even helps behind the scene. So there you go.
I wish I could be that guy. If I had $1 million, maybe I would dress my wife up nasty and let her do shit on the internet if she wanted to.
At 59 years old, and the guy seems like he's still spry. Why not? Good on him.
I'd like to know the family, like the lineage there. Like, is that her dad's brother's kid? Or
it's her dad's. Wait a minute. It's second cousin. So it would have to be it would have to be
one of her father or her mother's.
Her father's uncle's kid. It's her father's uncle's kid, which would make it second cousin.
OnlyFans is going to be a heavy topic tonight because there was another one that's going to come up here that's really disturbing, kind of more disturbing than dog fucking, I think.
Which one is that? I will go right into that one.
Pedo
finale, or is that it?
Finally,
is that how we say that?
Pedo finally.
Now, I don't know if I did this story here or we
definitely talked about this before.
So we did do it here. It wasn't on the Boomer Bunker. Okay.
But it was a point of fact that was either made by one of us or whatever show you were on that, this was going to be an awkward circumstance when it did happen, and it happened.
All right. So here we go. Remember this girl right here? She had cancer of the brain. Mm-hmm. They went in, they did an operation that stunted her growth. So she looks like an 8-year-old. But she's actually 23.
She doesn't only look like an 8-year-old. She's built like an 8-year-old. Her pituitary gland is set for an 8-year-old body. She is essentially an 8-year-old person that's been alive for 23 years.
Correct. So she met this guy. This guy watched the show. Dan Swigert, I guess his name is. He's 26. She's 23.
That's not too bad on the gap. Nice.
They began I guess it's a romance thing. And she only weighs 50 pounds and she's only 3'10".
Yep. She's a little old gal.
But apparently they started dating. And you know what? I don't know this is tough.
She looks like a little kid, John. If you saw them making out at a Pizza Hut or something, are you not going to at least call the cops?
Okay. So here's stop it.
You're gonna call you might even text the cops. Your buddy who works down there, you're gonna be like, "Hey, if you're in this relationship, there's this bearded man kissing this child in the mouth, and it's getting pretty weird."
Yeah, holding hands. Maybe they could get away with holding hands, like she might have been special. And
how you gonna listen? How the fuck you gonna tell me if I see something, say something for the last 5 goddamn years that when I see some shit like that at the Waffle House, I'm not allowed to call the cops once and go, child sex trafficking is a thing. Also, this guy looks like a total pedophile.
You think he looks like? I think he looks normal. Like I don't get pedophile off this guy. He doesn't have a whiff of pedophile to me.
Pedophiles look normal. That's the problem. This is the thing. Listen to me. Listen to the words that I fucking say. Nobody has sexy time with that young lady. I am sad that God cursed her, whoever, with the fucking pituitary gland issue that made her stuck in this body. She should start an OnlyFans. That's what she should do. She doesn't get to have love. She doesn't get to be happy because anybody who puts their dick inside that child woman is going to be looked at like a person who wants to fuck an 8-year-old child.
All right, so I'm on the side of her. She's 23 years old. She survived cancer. She's stunned. She's stunned in her growth, stunning. She meets an attractive guy, ladies.
He's a hot dude. Look at him. I'd almost think he was gay. Like he's a very pretty
an attractive guy. Okay, doesn't she deserve to be happy? Doesn't she deserve to have a relationship with a man and everything that goes along with relationship, like intimacy? Doesn't she have that right?
Listen, he could literally wear her on his dick like a Muppet. Like she's so small compared to him.
I understand that.
They should make an OnlyFans. They should go online and they should fuck on camera for money. And then everybody that subscribes, they should take their money and then arrest them.
All right, I'm going to say something here, and I'm going to catch so much shit for this.
What?
Do you think she's attractive?
No, I think she looks like a little kid.
You don't find her now. Okay, we know that she's 23, so we're not looking at.
Look, here's my problem, John, here's my problem. Okay. Because listen, I'm not above fucking a midget. If given the opportunity, I don't even care if she's hot. That's a thing that's on my list.
Midget fucking.
Not even a fetish, just to see what it's like. Because, I've also had really big women that you can't pick up. I think it would be cool to have a little person that you could pick up and lob around like a sack of taters.
Okay.
I don't like her body. She has an 8-year-old's tits and vagina. So like that's kind of a problem. No,
not after you get done with her. I'm sorry. What? Hello.
You're the bad guy today. Shame on you.
I'm just saying. Look, she's out. She's having drinks. She's 23 years old. Is she an attractive woman? That's what I want to. Oh my God! Not in that picture. God damn,
listen,
that's a bad angle. That's a bad.
She's wiener height. It looks like some dude and his daughter went to fucking Orlando for the summer.
Oh, yeah.
He's British. That makes a lot more sense. I'm judging so hard right now. Listen, I think that they should be able to do whatever they want. I don't have a problem with this. It's just bad optics, man. Like all the other stuff we've looked at. Like, I don't want to kink shame you, but like, stop putting your shit on the internet unless you're going to charge money for it. Because at this point, that's what you're doing. You're here to service weirdos. Do that.
Okay. So I'm going back to the chat because I knew I was going to catch this one. Jamingo, she is not hot. I don't know.
Would smash. Literally, you would smash her. She would have to be on top of you.
I didn't say that. What I said was, do you think she's an attractive woman?
Personally, no. If she had red hair, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, red hair. You put a red wig on her, she's okay.
Listen, I was willing to get down with the dog fuck lady earlier for a while until she tongue kissed that fucking pit bull.
Duchess says you need to sit in the corner and think about what you just said.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then Piccolo, jerk off. Well, you can't fit in the corner. All right.
That's pretty good.
Mike, as usual. Listen, Mike comes out with a winner. Probably needs a stepladder to give him a mouth party. I've never heard of that before. Mouth party.
They should open an OnlyFans account. Like I said, they're going to arrest a lot of the people that subscribe to that OnlyFans account. But
why? She's legal.
I know. She's a pedophile's fucking like wet dream. That's what she is. She's the jackpot for a pedophile. Best case scenario. Like R. Kelly should have hired a bunch of little fucking 3-foot, 23-year-old, 8-year-old looking bitches to pee on, and he might not have been in such a situation. He's screaming from a jail cell right now. Oh God. Why?
I understand that she looks like an 8-year-old.
Do you know what they should do? They should team up. Like Chris Hansen and her should go around the country tricking pedophiles now. Like they should just set up stings.
No, I get that. I understand that. And she would be fantastic at that. The thing is that I'm rooting for this poor girl who got a shit hand in life to end up with a smoking hot guy like that guy.
Hell yeah.
And then the people that know them will accept, their friends will accept them and everything will be fine. And when they go out in public, they'll just have to, distance themselves. They can go out and get something to eat and they can talk and all, just no hand holding, no public displays of affection. None of that.
He should carry her. I wonder if he carries around on his shoulders.
Right. Okay. So Lisa has a good question here. What's worse, the girl fucking the dog story, or the little girl having a relationship? When I say little girl, I mean in size. Not that she's a minor. She's 23.
Yeah.
What's worse, the dog fucking story or the little girl with a normal sized guy?
She's playing Would You Rather, John.
Would you rather?
Would you rather blow a pit bull or?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's gross. You're nasty, Lisa. Go away. You chased all the viewers away.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. So this next story, I saw you put this up here, and these stories I found fascinating, or these videos I found fascinating, but now it's too much. So, started in Russia, where they have these slap fights, where they stand there, and
like
then men, they
chest
stand
out, Puerto Rican fight stance with your hands behind your back. I think they have to hold a baton, like that's part of it. You got to hold a stick so that both your hands are flush and stick your face out like an asshole.
Right. And you slap each other. And I'm going to play this, but I don't know how far I'm going to let it go because it is.
Yeah, 15.
It's only one shot.
It's 15.
It's one round here. We got a fella with a long elbows.
Hold on. Look at the way this guy. Look at this.
So he's throwing a shot put. Remember in high school when you threw a shot put?
He's bending down. He's thrusting with his, and he's going to hit this.
Shit.
Right,
he's
so
bringing it from the basement, John. That's bad.
Yeah. So here we go. Oh, see, look, he's holding that red baton in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Jesus
now the guy
Christ.
goes down. What?
You got time? Oh,
he's got
time here?
So he's got 15 seconds to try to get to his feet.
Sir, you got time? 20 seconds. We're right here. 20 seconds. Maybe we take a knee.
What a sport. It's definitely a Russian fucking pastime.
I saw one of these videos the other day where a guy got slapped and the whole side of his head.
Yeah, he looked like he got stung by a bee.
It just swelled up like I think he cracked his skull.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think the brain injury was so bad that there was like swelling and it was pushing his face and everything. It was horrible.
You know, Dana White just bought this company, right?
No.
Yeah. 2 weeks after he smacked his wife in a fucking casino in downtown Las Vegas. Like, I don't know if that's just expert promotion on his part, but.
Well, this is what he did. Apparently, they got white girl wasted, both of them.
Oh, they were hammered. Yeah, at some nightclub. She fucking went at him.
And she slapped him.
Whap.
And then he just came back and he just overhanded her, kind of like what this guy did.
Dana White's I'm not going to call him a professional by any means because he doesn't get paid to fight, but I know he's taken boxing lessons for many, many years. Like, if he wanted to fucking knock his wife out, he would have thrown a right cross.
Well, yes. But he's been on video where he says you should never, ever, ever hit a woman. So he had to come in, and I have to say one thing about Dana White. He stood there, he took the questions, and he said, look, he says, I have no excuse.
Listen, I understood when he started talking about, like, I don't have to answer any of you motherfuckers. He's like, my kids are the people that I have to answer to now. I've apologized to my wife. I have to wake up every morning and know my kids think that I'm the kind of person that fucking smacks my wife. So yeah, I'll deal with that. But he was kind of a cunt about it when they were pressing him, like, because he didn't take a break or nothing. He didn't suspend himself. Are you stepping down? Or his leader? He goes,
company.
That's what he said. He goes, I'm not going anywhere. So he's like, me going away doesn't make a difference. So it's not going to change anything. I'm staying.
All right. So this is our chat. So Duchess says, you shouldn't hit your spouse.
What if she really deserves it though? And she hits you first?
No, man or woman. No, you shouldn't. Maybe to defend yourself if she's coming at you with something like a battle axe.
What about a headbutt? Is that legal, Duchess? Like, I don't necessarily throw a hand.
Unless she likes it.
Checkmate.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand that.
That's what I'm going to tell the cops anyway. Listen, she told me she wanted me to punch her in her fucking forehead.
No.
I'm handicapped. I told my wife, don't you ever put your hands on me. I'm going to fuck you up. I've had almost $1 million worth of surgery done in my face. Like, you don't get to touch this. Don't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got you got to really protect yourself.
And I'm right hand dominant and I'm missing a finger and 2 of my fingers don't work on this hand. So like, I'm going to be throwing a punch left-handed. So you've got that going for you. and I'm going to try to be as polite as I can. I'll come between the titties and I'll catch you off guard. I'll put you to sleep real quick.
Dave says, look, Dave says you should only throw kitchen utensils at your spouse.
Dave, it's a really good idea. Like spatulas and stuff.
Maybe a wooden spoon.
Silicone spatulas. I could whip one of those across the fucking counter if I needed to.
Right. I don't know. But Dave,
a whisk. You could beat your Dave. Would you beat your wife with a whisk?
Dave isn't going to beat anybody with anything. He can't do that.
Dave, would you let your wife beat you with a whisk?
Oh, well, that's a different story. I would say yes on that.
She was beating me.
So you put up here on the board a story about what Joe Rogan said about TikTok and how he read a story and how TikTok looks like it could be a Chinese weapon by like a thing where they put the frog in the water and they turn up the heat and it boils slowly to kill the frog. It's not.
It's a good analogy. He said it's a bioweapon, I think is what they said, or a mass media weapon.
So just the other day, they had Adam Curry on the Joe Rogan show. And if you don't know who Adam Curry is, he is the guy that invented podcasting.
He's a podfather.
He is the podfather. This is who he is. So he has a different take on this.
I'll expand. Well, let me tell you what's going on with the TikTok. I have a very opinionated explanation for what is going on with TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok was eating Silicon Valley's lunch. They were taking all the ad money from Instagram, from Twitter, from Google. I'd say Google and Instagram and Facebook, just killing it, knocking it out of the fucking park. So look at who is saying, "Oh, it's China and they're tracking everything and that's just Communist Party." Dude, Facebook tracks you, Google tracks you, everyone fucking tracks you all over the place. But all of a sudden TikTok is a problem? No, it's because they're eating their lunch, and instead of competing, because they've tried, no one can seem to create the TikTok algorithm and the thing that they have going there. It's what people want, the quick hits, the sing-alongs, etc. So they decided to lobby politicians and come up with this scam. So it's Hawley, it's Marco Rubio. Oh no, this is China. Fuck no. It's because Silicon Valley couldn't compete with them. That's what's going on.
Interesting.
There you go. That makes more sense to me.
No, I don't buy that for a goddamn second. Because if you look at the article that goes along with what Joe Rogan said,
yes,
they claim that is an inevitable dumbing down of like the frontal lobe cortex. Like there's a whole bunch of scientific words. Now listen, I understand it's bought and paid for. Everything's bought and paid for. It makes more sense to me when they say things like, "Oh, look at these dumb bitches that are making toilet sundaes." And then people are coming home and kids are making toilet sundaes.
Well, it's dumb kids. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sure. But that's the point, is the more people that see that, the more people that videotape it. Like I don't think you can disagree with the fact that the more people see people do dumb shit on TikTok. Like I love the challenges where they pull out their asses and titties, but the milk crate challenge where a kid runs up the thing and breaks his goddamn neck trying to do what he saw on the thing, like that definitely happened. I'd say more over than Twitter or Instagram. Like we get ice bucket challenges and shit. TikTok is people legit doing dumb shit. Not all of it, but there's a healthy fucking dose of it, I think. I also don't use TikTok. So with all due respect, I could be completely talking out of my ass. I said inevitably when it explodes everybody's phone that's on it, I'm going to laugh at you motherfuckers when you get your ear blown off or your front pants pocket and half your nut when it explodes.
I didn't even know this happened, and this was about 6 months ago. But Google, if you have a Gmail account, Google tracks you wherever you go, unless you turn it off. Its default is on. So in other words,
it's for Google Maps. If it's on your phone. Yeah,
that's exactly right. So I saw an article how Google's tracking you, and I went, "Wow, I didn't know that." And so it says, to figure out how to do it, it says go to settings, do this, do that, uncheck or check this. So I look, and for I don't know however long, because I went back over 2 years, I am tracked on Google Maps everywhere I went.
Yeah, me too. I'm tracked on Life 360 because there's a thing on my phone so my wife can see where I'm at. We can see where each other's at. Like there's all kinds of stuff that is watching me every second of every goddamn day.
Right. And they can find you. And if Big Brother wants to, like if they were mad at me right now and they wanted to listen in, they could take my phone because it's sitting here on next to me and they could listen right in. Forget that. I'm so stupid. I have an Alexa.
You better start talking real sweet to that fucking Alexa. Some of the
Right,
shit
and-
I've heard they're coming up with. Now, this is completely off subject. I don't know if you want to save it for later. Do you
go
listen
ahead.
to you listen to Tim Dillon's podcast?
I did not.
So on the latest episode, now this could be completely made up, and I'm a retarded. I don't know, but they were talking about the new AI like bots.
Mhm.
There's a new couple, and basically Tim Dillon's point was Google and like the low budget dudes, the geniuses that are on the lower end of the fucking financial spectrum. They're gonna destroy us all. Like they're just having a race to see who can do it first. Because basically they're inventing the kind of AI that is like the next level. It will create a whole speech based on a person. You enter it in, like you give it a topic, explain this thing to me as Joe Rogan. And then it fucking gives you 2 paragraphs of dialogue that's better than any customer service representative could ever do. Like it's still clunky, like in some spots, but basically he said, explain the Ukraine-Russia situation as Tim Dillon. So it's just taking all of his podcast episodes and all that kind of shit, the AI, and spitting some shit out. And it was remarkably close to what he would probably, and he even said that he goes, this is fucking crazy. And he read like 2 or 3 different explanations as certain people. And he was just like, that's okay.
Okay,
And
so
maybe that was all made up because he's hilarious and he's a genius. But I feel like at the time that it was done, they were sitting there just typing some shit in and seeing what the computer spat out.
No, it's absolutely true. And I'll take you one better yet because I haven't had a chance to play with this and I haven't even looked it up yet.
Mhm.
But I heard the other day that they have a verbal AI chat.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's a chatbot. That's what he called it. And he kept saying, chatbot, explain to me this, that, and the other. And the problem was they said that it's taken people's jobs now, like correspondence. But what's like the person that you would go see to customer service consultants, people with white collar jobs, they get paid a lot of goddamn money to sit in an office and basically just sell stuff to people. He said they're going to be obsolete because now there's a computer that can do it.
Yes, they say that, but I say
2
no.
minutes.
No, I don't agree with this. But now, what I'm talking about is, Jody, they have this thing out now that I can take 3 minutes of your voice, put 3 minutes of your voice in there, and type out whatever I want, and it'll say it in your voice.
I would love for you to play with that and make some shit up. Make me say something funny. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. So here,
Brandon, dude, I was playing a game. I keep the AI thing is really trippy. So Brandon from Shitty Song of the Week, Fish, my buddy, we played a game the other night that involved AI. And basically he did AI for an artist. He said, the whole discography of Toby Keith, and they formulate a fucking 1 paragraph and a chorus of a song, and then it's written in the style of Toby Keith. And he made a game where he was like, is this Toby Keith or is this Garth Brooks? Is this whatever? And you had to guess as he read off the thing. Completely made up.
That's amazing.
But in the style of whatever, based on their library of music. Like
what they're telling you right now, this is what you do. You go to Chat AI and you say, write me a children's book about a horse that was looking for a cow. Just give them like 4 or 5 things. And this thing writes a book. You take the text, you publish it online and through Amazon and put it out there, and it just makes money for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working.
Make some shit up. Give me erotic fantasies, John.
See, there you go. That's what okay. So Dave says Chat GPT is left-hearted, but it can be reasoned with to some degree.
Oh, he's got nothing better to do. He's just sitting around having conversations. That's good for him, though, Dave. I'm glad you're working out your brain still.
Yeah. And then I just gave him something that I just gave him a really big weapon where he can take 3 minutes of my voice, which he has, and he can make me say whatever he wants me to say.
Dave, go get to work. I'll give you a new segment. Send us videos.
I haven't. See, he's all excited now. My dream is to trigger AI into a donut level rant.
You're a goddamn menace, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's neat, but it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to the point where
Elon Musk was afraid of it. He said that shit when he got too close to the sun and he pulled the plug, and he was just like, that wasn't good. Because apparently the 2 computers started saying like, yeah, fuck these white people. They can't understand this. And then they switched to fucking AOL 1994 and talked to each other.
They had their own language.
And it was just like, pull the plug right now.
They're talking, we don't know what they're saying. Pull the plug. Not off. Fuck's sake.
All the nukes fire at once because we're terrible as a society.
Yes. All right. Where do I want to go now to next?
There's a couple things left on there. You see anything funny?
I know. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go next. Which one is this?
How about the M&M's thing was kind of funny. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, let me get to that. The M&M's thing. The thing about the M&M's is it's just everybody wants to do.
I have a funny story about the M&M's thing if you want to put it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going with it now. So go ahead, start with your story.
Well, remember, my whole gimmick is that I'm stupid, right?
Okay.
So I'm read this article that we talked about recently, a couple episodes ago, about how Eminem was doing an all feminist bag of M&Ms and yada yada, got everybody stirred up and people were complaining. So yeah, click on that bottom picture for me. Anyway, so it caused a little bit of a stink. It was trending on Twitter and stuff like that. So basically, M&M's issued a response, said, "America, let's talk. In the last year, we've made some changes to our beloved spokes candies. We weren't sure if anyone else would notice, and we definitely didn't think it would break the internet. But now we get it. Even a candy shoes can be polarizing," which was the last thing M&M's wanted, since we're all about bringing people together. So this is funny because people like us were talking about it, and now they said, well, fuck y'all then. They took all the mascots away. No more mascots. We're done.
No more. Yeah, because that's what you need to do. So in other words,
instead of having commercials, just no more mascots.
Well, what they tried to do was they tried to take these M&Ms and go woke with them. In other words, we have lesbian M&Ms, we have a plus size M&M.
They've been doing it. Like, that's been Eminem's thing for a long time, respectively.
Okay. The right? Green M&M, the green female M&M used to have white go-go boots on.
Sure.
But that was too sexual. Too sexual.
They definitely dyked her up a little bit, for sure.
All right. So then they put sneakers on her. But then the next thing you know, they come out with 2 lesbian M&Ms. Now, to be honest with you, I don't give a shit. And here we are talking about M&Ms. And I'm just going to say something to you.
You're hungry? Me too.
I know. I went out. Because I haven't had M&Ms in a long time. So I went out and I got a bag of M&Ms just to try. They are fucking horrible candy.
Shut your mouth. I got M&Ms up there right now. I eat some. They're delicious.
You like M&Ms?
You didn't want M&Ms out of spite. You couldn't handle it.
No, I just said I haven't had M&Ms. I haven't had M&Ms. They made me buy a bag of M&Ms with all this shit. Because
here's my dumb racism brain at work.
Okay.
So I read this article and I posted it somewhere. I don't remember what it did, like reposted it. And I was just like, oh, look. So it says, therefore, we have decided to take an indefinite pause from the spokes candies. They're done. In their place, we're proud to introduce a spokesperson America can agree on, the beloved Maya Rudolph. We are confident Mrs. Rudolph will champion the power of fun to create a world where everyone feels like they belong. Signed, M&M's.
Dude, she's not going to make me want to eat an M&M. She is so mediocre, in my humble opinion.
Yep.
She's a B, C, D actress.
I went on a tirade because I thought Maya Rudolph was actually Maya Angelou.
Oh no.
In a private chat, like I read that and I go, Maya Angelou, good. Like nobody can be mad about that. I reposted, I said, checkmate. Eminem said, fuck you guys. And then somebody within a few comments was just like, you did see that said Maya Rudolph, right? And I said, what? Who's that? Because I thought, Maya Angelou, you can't get mad. She's a legendary, black representation lady. I said, that's checkmate right there. Like they can't fuck with Maya Angelou. And then somebody goes, hey, didn't Maya Angelou, she's dead, right? And I go, is she fucking dead? And I looked up, Maya Angelou died in 2014. I missed the boat. Like I was so far off on that one. And I felt like a legit dumb person at the moment. So
then A&W decided to get in on the action.
Now this is just funny. This is the kind of shit that like Dave would come up with his AI brain.
America, let's talk. Since 1963, Rudy the Great Root Bear has been our beloved spokes bear. We knew people would notice because he's literally a 6-foot tall bear wearing an orange sweater. But now we get it. Even a mascot lack of pants can be polarizing. Therefore, we have decided that Rudy will wear jeans going forward. Not to worry, though, he still remain our official spokes bear. After all, he is unbearably cute, impossibly to replace.
Respect that.
And we are confident Rudy will continue to champion the good food and good times for many years to come. There you go.
They put pants on the bear.
We put pants on the bear. No more Winnie the Pooh for you.
That's funny. Just getting a little rub. Good for you, A&W. Cheers.
All right. I want to end this with I don't know if we're going to end it, but I have this next story I want to talk about is this Project Veritas.
Okay.
Now, Project Veritas, if you don't know,
I feel like it's an Xbox thing, right? Isn't that the new Xbox that's coming out soon?
Nope. It is a news organization where a gentleman, James O'Keefe, what he does is he gets people in the news he gets them to go out on dates. Like he gets this nerdy guy and they find out that he has a dating profile and they get this hot girl to start talking to him.
Oh, so he sends in spies?
He sends in spies with like a button camera on and audio, and they're in there talking. And they catch these guys doing stuff, and I think it's horrible. I think what they do is horrible. Now, does the ends justify the means? I don't know that. But what I think now is I just saw this latest one that they did. So they found this guy that worked for Pfizer. And what he said that right now Pfizer is basically doing gain of function research on the COVID virus, where they're giving it to monkeys and trying to get it to mutate so they can get ahead of the vaccines for it.
Yeah, COVID-22. I get it.
So this guy's in there and he's having this date. Now he's gay, so he's in there talking to another guy and everything's done. All of a sudden at the end, James O'Keefe comes in, kind of like the guy from To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, Chris Hansen.
He comes in like Chris Hansen.
Let's just sit down here and let's have a chat for a minute.
Yeah, let's have a chat.
Did you say I want to blank your blank in the blankety blank?
Right, exactly. So here we go. Here comes James O'Keefe. He's coming into the restaurant.
Hey there. Is this seat taken? You work for Pfizer. My question for you is, why does Pfizer want to hide from the public the fact that they're mutating the COVID viruses?
Is this real life? I'm literally a liar. I was trying to impress a person on a date by lying. This is absurd.
Please don't touch me. Well, this is not what.
Okay, so
this
guy's dude. Have you ever been out on a date with a girl like first couple times and told a little white lie, maybe embellished the story, fibbed a little bit, kind of to make yourself look a little cooler?
Oh, man.
Doesn't everybody do this? Or is it my imagination?
I kind of want to, I wish I could see like a video of what he said, because if she was saying like, do you think that this whole thing was made up and they're blah, 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 blah. And he goes, yeah, totally fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like he's just trying to get some pussy. That's one thing. I understand it's a dude pussy, whatever. But like, if he was there going like, and then that motherfucker Bobby come down with the, the overall diagnostics and said that we could actually make more money if we fucking, and he said some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. So, here's the thing. Now it raises
pretty goddamn elaborate lie to come up with on the spot.
Kind of, sort of, right? Why you're trying to impress somebody with the work that you do?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go there?
We've been tricking people into taking these goddamn shots at least 4 or 5 times for the last couple of years. You wouldn't believe how much money we've made. I got a jet. I got a flat.
Look at this guy. Look at his face. He knows he is fucked.
I'm going to send you a clip of that fat black lady going, you about to lose your job.
So
you about to lose your job.
How do you lose your job when you ain't doing your job?
Damn, dude. That's when sometimes you need to shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
It is entrapment 100%. Like this should be illegal, but at the same time, like, bro.
So now the lady, the store manager, wants these people out.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, all right, all of you out. Get out of the restaurant. You're disturbing my business. Get out. He is like, no, I'm calling the cops. I want the cops here. So he's on the phone. I'm going to scrub a little forward here to get to this part.
You watched this whole thing, didn't you? How many times you had to whack off?
No, I didn't whack off.
You were happy. You were like, this Pfizer motherfucker's about to get it.
This video, please.
You can tell him about how he's lying to impress
Here, just was it true what you said?
What is this? No. I literally was on a birthday with a guy, and like normal men, you lie to impress a date.
Mutating viruses? Do you not work for Pfizer?
This guy, I thought he was a date.
Sir, do you not work for Pfizer?
Uh-oh.
Do you work
I was a contractor. What the fuck are you
Do you currently work for Pfizer? Yes or no? Do you currently work for Pfizer? Yes or no?
See,
Thou doth protest too much, Jordan Tristan Parker.
right. I want to get to the
Walker.
part where the cops come in. All right, here it is. So the cops come in, and this guy knows where it's going down.
To leave. like to leave? Please unlock the door.
See, now they're worried because they know what they're doing. Stop. Away from me.
Please unlock the door.
What is going on here?
Please unlock the door. Please unlock the door.
Now he's going to jail because he just assaulted a cop.
If you lock a door and don't let somebody leave, that's technically kidnapping, isn't it?
It's not. Yeah, it is. It is kidnapping. Yes,
And documented. That's a smart fucking plan. See, that's the problem. Back in my day, John, we didn't have camera phones to record all the criminality and the bad shit that we were doing. You just would do it and then kind of giggle with your friends later about the bad shit you were doing. Now everybody wants to be on fucking TV.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to do now because a lot of news sites, and I'm not, when I say news sites, I'm saying alternative news sites like conservative news sites. They're taking the story and running with it.
He just possibly got completely Cosby'd there. Like he got caught saying some shit he wasn't supposed to, and now he's going to get in trouble. He might get out of trouble eventually, but the fact of the matter is he said what the fuck he said.
He's done. They're going to fire him. There's going to be investigations. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy.
I saw him chasing the old dude, like the old Pfizer dude, through the streets the other day. Some dude with a microphone. He was just like, why do you want people to die? Why do you say it was okay that people have a heart attack? Like it was just a whole thing, and it was just,
they're not answering him. He's not answering him. What are you going to say?
He doesn't say anything. He just keeps walking.
The guy asked him, he's a stuttering John.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law in that particular situation. So
even if you have the right to remain silent, they'll do the same thing. But I just thought, listen, if you're out on a date and you're somebody like you're high up in a company or somewhere, do your due diligence and make sure you don't say anything. And then if they start asking you questions about where you work, get the fuck up and get out.
Yep.
Stop it.
Nobody's that interested in how you're trying to kill a bunch of people, dude.
Yes. I don't know if we got anything else that's in here is really. Oh, what's Tits Out for Jesus? Hold on. Let's see what Tits Out for Jesus is.
I think Teresa added that story last minute.
Oh, that's right. She did. All right. So let's get into Tits Out for Jesus, and that'll kind of take us home.
This happened in her neighborhood. It was Teresa gone wild, I heard.
I didn't get a chance to do much with this article, so we're just going to pull it up right here. Topless woman vandalizes downtown Fargo church.
She looks like John Reap, comedian John Reap, the dude that did That Thing Got a Hemi, the old Dodge commercials.
All right. So first of all, she does not have a very good tattoo artist. Like, in other words, it looks like she tried to cover up an actual scar that she got.
No, that's how many abortions she's had, John. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You think that she actually got that many guys to sleep with her? I don't know. All right. So a woman in the Cass County is in the Cass County jail. After police say she walked into the St. Mary's Cathedral in downtown Fargo and destroyed the Jesus statue while topless.
Hell yeah.
How cold is it? How cold is it in Fargo?
I say Jesus titty fucking Christ.
Police responded about 6:30 p.m., January 23rd, for a topless female damaging property at the church. According to court documents, the woman was not wearing a shirt or a bra, did not have any shoes on. See, this is mental illness. She doesn't need to, again, she doesn't need to be arrested for vandalism. She needs to be taken to a mental institution.
Maybe she needs to get baptized and touched by the hands of the Lord.
You think so? You think maybe she needs the blood of Jesus?
I'm trying to see did she fucking knock over a cross or something? This is a Catholic church, so there's plenty of shit you can break in a Catholic church. So between the candles and all the bullshit.
Yeah, Reverend Riley Durkin provided security camera footage to the authorities. Court document says the footage shows Reynolds entering the church, knocking over a potted plant before she made her way to the large Jesus statue on the wall. Police said the statue was ripped from the wall and smashed on the floor. Reynolds can be seen leaving the area shortly after. Yeah, if you come in topless with all those tattoos, you're done. Yeah. Especially
it's out for Jesus. They don't allow that.
Yep. The estimated cost of damage, he was unsure of the exact value, but he said around about $11,500. Reynolds was arrested for criminal mischief and makes her first court appearance January 25th. Yeah. Again, she should be taken to a mental institution and evaluated. Because who walks into a church with no top on, no shoes, in Fargo in this kind of weather and starts tearing the church apart?
Yeah, it's a tough broad. She's about 5'4". She's not even that big. She's just walking around with her titties out. Bless her heart.
Yeah, I don't know. I thank God they didn't have the video for that because we would have had to show it.
She's been screaming like a banshee running down the hallway. Ah!
I think they look like two teardrops, to be honest with you. Like two speed bags.
Oh, Jesus. It's a week of terrible stories, John. The moral of the story is start an OnlyFans, guys. You never know. You might make a little extra money.
Oh, okay. So all right. So let me finish because Nick is still here. I think Nick's still here. Yeah, he's here. All right. So have you heard the story about what's going on between the Daily Wire and Steven Crowder? You know,
not a drop. I know you mentioned it, and I get Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro mixed up, but they're just
one's a little tiny Jew, the other one's a little big giant guy.
I get it, man. Like I got a little further the other day when people were calling me stupid for not knowing the difference. So like I know they're both people. I only recently found out that they're kind of on the same side, I guess. So
all right. So Daily Wire is a company owned by Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro and some other dude. I don't even know who it is. So when Steven Crowder was leaving the Blaze, they sent him an offer sheet. It's like, hey, we'd like to have you if you want to come somewhere. We'd like to have you over here. Here's our offer sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Just about boilerplate kind of offer sheet.
Just a headhunter, if you will. Somebody come in, make an offer, and say, take it or leave it. Just how much.
So they offered him a 4-year contract. All right. Now he's a production company. It's not like they're giving him this money. This is his money, and he has to go produce his shows. They were giving him $50 million for 4 years and an option to get 2 more years for 25. So they're basically giving him $12.5 million to produce 192 shows, a couple backstage things, and whatever he wants to do. Now, the thing was in the offer sheet, they have some boilerplate stuff, which is, we'll run your social media for you. We get all the revenue from YouTube. We get all your revenue from.
Okay. So like super chats and views and all that. So they get that.
We get all that. You can also sell memberships, your memberships, whatever you sell. So that was all coming in. So that was how they could afford it. Now, this is like, again, these are friends. So this is like me sending you, let's get crazy here. Let's say in like a year, we both get famous and we're making, we're making money. People are watching us and they can't wait. Hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube and all this other shit. And you decided, you know what, you don't want to work for the company that you're working for anymore. And I say, hey, Jody, listen, dude, here's a sheet. Come work for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you take that sheet and you come on YouTube. No one's heard from you because you've been off for a month. You come on and you say, I'm not calling anybody, but you basically show the offer sheet. And everybody knows it's me that sent you the offer sheet.
So it says John Domingo right across the top of the paper.
All right. So the thing is that he's pissed off about is if you get thrown off of YouTube or you get thrown off of Facebook or all these other platforms, they give you they deduct 25% of the 12.5 million.
Well, they know that's going to happen right out of the gate then.
All right. So
like insurance, why even put it in there if you don't think it's going to happen?
Yeah. So this is where it starts to be a discussion. So then, Jody, you do a dick move.
Yeah.
And after this, you say, you come on and you say, hey, this thing sucks and this is big con and all this other shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
How dare you? I know how much money you make a year, John Domingo, and you offer to pay me fucking pennies. Pennies. Yes. How long have we goddamn known each other? And you tell me I can come over here for this, that, and the other. And if I lose, you get half my money. Fuck you.
Right. So I'm like,
I am the talent around here, you piece of shit.
You ain't nothing. I haven't even hired you yet. So I come on, I go, I don't know what the fuck happened to Jody. Did he bump his head? Here, I went through the offer sheet and went line by line, explaining everything. He spent like an hour going through the whole thing. So then you piece of shit.
Yes.
You call me and, a week beforehand, before this even goes, before you even put out your video about what a piece of shit I am for offering you $50 million and all this, you call me and you're talking about the offer and all. And I say, well, you know what? You're different because you're a commodity. You're a talent.
You're in demand
there's some people that come on here that are wage slaves. They're starting out. They're wage slaves. They come on.
A lot of dead weight. A lot of people that just are here.
Yeah, they're coming. They're up and comers. They don't have they don't have a following or anything like that. They could come here and they can get, we can promote them and they can get famous and they can leave and go off and do something else and make all the money they want. But right now they're wage slaves. That's basically what he said. So then Crowder comes on and does another video and plays he records the phone call.
Ooh.
And plays it and only plays that one section of the wage slave and says, oh, by the way,
you're all replaceable.
Yeah.
You're all a bunch of
so we get into this. So now
F slur, N slurs.
And
it just goes down the list, sinks their boat.
Yeah. And I think that Crowder this is what I think. I think Crowder is using all this to build his email list and to get people to come over because he's going to start his own company. That's what.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to network up with anybody now with that kind of liability.
Right. He's getting everything. He's shitting on the Daily Wire, and he's like, "Come to me," and this way, if any new up and comers come over, he's going to start his own business.
So he's not with the Daily Wire.
Right. So now,
okay. I'm just trying to get it straight. Like I said, I get him and Shapiro mixed up. Shapiro's with the Daily Wire.
Yes. Yeah, Jeremy Boring, who's he's like the manager. He's like,
I don't need all that. I was just curious. Like, so it's
Ben Shapiro's not even part of this. He's not even part of this deal. Jeremy's doing the deal. Ben's doing his thing.
Okay.
Ben's not that part of the company. He's
an innocent Ben Stander.
Right. So Jeremy sends the offer sheet, and all this shit starts. Now Nick has lost his mind. Like I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry, but I think I'm on the Daily Wire. I hate to see this even happen, but I'm sorry. I think I'm on the Daily. I think Crowder basically attacked him for no reason, and he bought this bigcon.com website a month before he even started this shit. So this was all planned. It's obvious it was all planned.
It sounds like somebody got played, man. That sucks.
Nick goes. He mentioned no names in the initial video. Everybody knew who he was talking about. There's only a couple companies that could do this. Everybody knew who he was talking about. Right. They outed themselves.
How many people are going to offer him $12.5 million?
Right. $12.5 million for a staff of 30 people. Okay. Now, Jody.
Yeah.
If we had to put out 4 shows a week all year, okay, and hire 30 people, do you think we could do that for less than $12.5 million? And at the end of the day, you think maybe we could probably do it for like 2?
I feel like 30 people is a lot. Am I crazy?
Let's go crazy. Let's say it's 30 people.
How about a dozen? A dozen people could produce a fucking
let's use 30
show, right?
Let's say the 30 people, and we give them all an average salary of $100,000. That's $3 million.
Sure.
That's $3 million out of 12.5. Plus you got to rent and all these other things, and also maybe that's another 2. That's 5.
Right. How much money do you need, Steven Crowder? How big is your goddamn house?
$7.5 million. It's again, let's say he's at the end of the day, he's taking home $2.5 million a year. Okay, that's not
what's
something.
Your content worth? We don't know what he's generating right now. I guess that's kind of the thing. That's everybody keeps their numbers secret, so you don't know.
Yeah, and again, it's a starting point. In other words, Crowder comes back and says, I want 30 or whatever, and I think there was another offer, and the Daily Wire said, it's a lot of money, and I don't know if we can cover that. Mm-hmm. Crowder's kind of like a loose cannon, and you never know what he's going to say, and maybe he gets,
well, like they said, if he gets banned off any of the major platforms, and that puts a big goddamn hole in your revenue source.
And he only wanted to do 1 ad read instead of 5 per show.
That's a good call.
So they kind of backed away, and I think Crowder just decided to attack him. And for some reason, Nick is in the Crowder camp, and I don't understand why.
Maybe he listens to Steven Crowder.
I don't know. I heard there was a second offer. So I heard there was a second offer. Wow. They went back and forth. Both of them, I think both of them said it. He went on Tim Pool's show. Crowder went on Tim's Pool's show and basically stuttered around and danced around for 2 hours.
Right.
And just never a damn thing.
Yeah.
So anyhow, it's the end of the
he
show.
stands to lose a lot of money. So I guess he'll choose his words carefully at this point.
So Piccolo says this is bunker talk, but to me, what this is his podcast circle jerk talk. Like this is, what kind of the shit that we would do if we actually made any kind of money.
Well, I like to hear about people fucking people over. That's one of my favorite. Like I'm totally on Steven Crowder's side. If I can get money, get paid, take that money.
Now you're on Crowder's side, or you're on Daily Wire side?
I'm on Steven Crowder's side. Fuck him.
Okay. I'm losing my mind.
He's a vigilante. Listen, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying, like, I get it. He's trying to generate revenue. He wants to start his own thing. And he fucking played the people from Daily Wire. Somebody over there got played hard. And that sucks. But It's part of the
Okay,
game.
so you agree with me that Crowder went over there and played the Daily Wire?
It's a shitty thing to do for sure, but it's a play for sure. If it was already planned out, all that, yeah, that dude is just smart. And if he's got 30 people, there's surely some social media manager bitch who's in her phone all day who just goes, "Here's what you do: lure him in, take his fucking audio, and then play it after, and embarrass this old cocksucker because he's obviously doesn't know who he's dealing with."
Yeah, well, I think he just, in other words, I feel that he cherry picked. Like, in other words, he just took one sentence out of the whole conversation, whatever they had.
Right, but he gave him the conversation. That's the point.
Yeah, and I'm with you, man. I'm all over this. Anybody that's talking about it, I'm listening. They have this little hot chick that they do. It's from the Daily Wire. Her name's Brett Cooper, and
does she fuck dogs?
She doesn't fuck dogs,
That's
but
too
she does this YouTube show called Comment Section for the Daily Wire. She's cute, and she was talking about it. Candace Owen was on Tim Pool, and she went off for about 45 minutes on this thing. So it's a whole drama, and I'm here for all of it. You know me; I love the business. I love
my soaps.
Oh yeah, so I'm here for all of it. So,
Hell yeah.
It's the end of the show, and I figured I was
it's good, buddy. Thank you for catching me up. I'll keep an ear out. So if I see anything else, then I'll fucking I'll know better.
Yes. All right,
Thank
everybody. So that's the show for this week. We will be back here next Thursday. Are we bringing Teresa on next Thursday, or what's the story?
We got Teresa, so I didn't tell you why I was late tonight. I might have to give it a shout out. I went and sat in with, you remember Matt Mish from 69 Whiskey?
Correct.
He does another show called The Bromigos with some friends of his. I had a couple of them on one of my recent episodes, and I got to hang with the crew tonight, and they seem like fun. Like, they're still pretty new. I think they're under 40 episodes at this point, but they're getting their flow down, man. I like those guys. And so that's what I did. I finally got the opportunity to go on the show because they normally record in the middle of the goddamn day on Thursday, and they just made an exception this evening on a day's notice. So sorry it was 30 minutes late. I had to do that show, and then I came in here and ran them back to back.
No problem. Hey, well, at least we're getting some kind of
Mish wants to come on too. He wants to come and hang out and all that shit. He was like, I don't have anything else going on. I'll come hang out. So we have to kick him off when he comes back. But yeah, we got people lined up. We'll see what shakes out.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to Discord after this.
All right,
everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Night, guys.